guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to share with you my sort of jazzed up recipe for my Madeleines. Today we're making some blueberry, lemon, and vanilla bean Madeleines. They are absolutely delicious. I like to think of them as like little tea cakes, perfect with a cup of tea or coffee in the afternoon. They're beautiful little size, they're not too big, they're not too small. But the main reason why I want to share this with you is because I know it's the time of year where there's a lot of weddings going on, and I know even around my circle of friends and family, there's bridal showers and baby showers and summer get-togethers happening, and I've been getting a lot of emails from a lot of you asking if I could show you a little sweet treat to hand out if you're having a bridal shower or baby shower. And I can't think of a better thing that is just easy peasy to make, really impressive. You can jazz them up a million different ways, package them up in little clear bags with a little bow on them, and your guests are going to walk away super happy. These are it, and you can change things up by using raspberries, blackberries, orange. You don't have to use lemon and blueberries. This is just a really simple and classic combination to me that I absolutely love. And the ingredients are very few and basic. You're going to start off with some all-purpose flour, baking powder, salt. You'll need some fresh blueberries that I washed, a couple of eggs, granulated sugar, some unsalted butter that I've melted, vanilla bean paste, and a lemon. That is it. It's very simple and easy, and you can double this recipe, triple it, however much you need to do to serve you. Okay, now I have my oven preheated to 350. I have my Madeleine pans back there that I have greased with some nonstick spray, and I will show them to you once I bring them over once we're done our batter. Now to get going, I am going to make this with my handheld electric whisk, because one of the things that makes these really good is being able to whisk the eggs and sugar together for enough time to get them super thick and pale and really sort of frothy, and that'll take a couple minutes, and it's really much easier to do this with an electric mix than with a handheld one. I'm just going to mix the two and whisk away until they're super light and pale. Now you can see that's almost looking like a custard. That is what you're looking for. Now I'm going to add the zest of a whole lemon, which is about a teaspoon of lemon zest, and that just seems to work perfect for me. But if you want to scale down a bit and just use a half a teaspoon to get like a hint of lemon, then by all means feel free to do that. And that's the thing about Madeleines, you know, it's one of those things that as long as you get the base right, a little sponge, then you can play things up so many different ways. Sometimes I like to add a little shot of limoncello in the batter. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of mandarinello, which is kind of like a clementine version of limoncello. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of almond extract. Sometimes I like to add, I like to put some shredded coconut through. It really, you can play things up so many different ways. So don't feel like you're married to the specific recipe. Just use what you like. But I just think that this is a really wonderful combination, and it's also, I like to think that it's like fancy enough to hand out to your guests as they walk away from a party, but really basic and simple, and it's using the kind of flavorings that most people are comfortable with and enjoy. So a little bit of vanilla paste. You can certainly use vanilla extract. I'm going to use vanilla paste simply because I do want some of those vanilla beans throughout my batter. And now I'm just going to whisk these in for a brief second just to get them combined, and then we'll add in our dry ingredients. Those specks of yellow and vanilla bean is like seriously music to my ears, and I know it's silly, and I know it's not that exciting to most people, but it's very exciting to me. I'm just mixing my salt and baking powder in with my flour just a little bit. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to whisk in my flour as I drizzle in my melted butter. I want this to be really lovely and creamy, and I'm going to do this gently because I don't want to overwork things too much. So I'm just going to do that and pour in my butter. That is looking perfect. It's lump free, but we didn't overwork it, which is crucial. Now I have my Madeleine pans here. Now to make Madeleines, you need the pans. They'll kind of look like little shells. You can get them anywhere. I order mine online. I order most of my stuff online, so it makes my life really easy. And they're really inexpensive, and you'll have them forever. So I have them sprayed with some nonstick cooking spray. They're ready to go. I have a little ice cream scoop here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of batter. Only fill this about 2/3 of the way. You don't want to fill this to the very top because these will rise as they bake. So fill these up. You should get about like 16, between 16 and 18. It really depends on how much you fill them. So Don't overfill because it will rise. Now I was able to fill both of my pans with the amount of batter I had. Just goes to show that if you take your time and you fill them properly, you'll get more than what you thought you were going to get. I'm just going to take my blueberries, and I'm not even going to worry about totally sinking them in the batter. I'm just going to kind of sit them on top, because as they puff, as they rise, the blueberries will kind of sink in perfectly. So I'm just going to do that to all of my little Madeleines and then get them in the oven. Now these babies are going to go into the oven for only between 8 to 10 minutes. You're looking for the edges to be a lightly golden brown, and they won't take very long, so keep your eye on them, and when they're done, we'll flip them over, dust them with some confectioner's sugar, and pop them in. I'll show you what they look like when they're done. My Madeleines were in the oven for around actually 12 minutes. It took a little longer, I think because it was a bigger batch, so it sometimes takes a little bit longer. But keep your eye on them, because once you can start to see that the edges are a beautiful golden brown, that's when you know they're done. You don't need the center of them to be deeply golden. So now I've let them cool for exactly 5 minutes, and they're cool enough to handle. And I have some cooling racks here that I'm going to invert these on. I'm going to flip them like that. And then I did put some parchment paper down because I'm going to sprinkle these with powdered sugar, and this just makes it for easy cleanup. And I just kind of take my knife partly because I need to come out, partly because of pleasure. I like banging on things. I like making a little noise when I cook. All right, let's get these all out of here. I'm going to bang them on. There you go. Ooh, they're beautiful. All right. Oops. They're all coming out. Look at that. Look how beautiful and golden. These smell fantastic too. Oh, you can see the blueberries peeking through. Absolutely gorgeous. They're actually not even that hot. I don't even have to do that because they're not even that hot anymore. Aren't they beautiful? I love that. And I mean, these are really the kind of thing that you can take a couple of these, again, put them in a clear container, in a clear bag, put a little ribbon on them, and call it a day. And you've got yourself a lovely little treat for your friends and family whenever they come around, whether it's for a get-together or unexpected, because these are so easy to put together. You can jazz them up a million and one ways. Awesome. Let me get the rest of them off. They smell like delicious, lemony, vanilla, cakey. I don't even know. They just smell divine. Just taking the last few out, and I'm going to cover these with powdered sugar, because to me, that's one of my favorite things, because you need that little, like that sugar, almost like a little crust of sugar, but not too much, kind of like a dusting. Beautiful. I'm going to go in for one. I'm going to go for this one. My blueberry just like exploded. If you come close, you can see the speckles of the vanilla and the lemon, and they're really moist and really soft, really spongy. Heaven. So delicious. I don't know what else to say besides to tell you to go to laurainthekitchen.com to get the recipe. Hope you've enjoyed spending time with me. If you do make these, and if you pack them up for a party, make sure you tag me all over social media, because I love seeing your recreation of when you recreate my recipes. It just brings me the most joy I don't think you'll ever understand. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.